I think Viva Las Vengeance does what a lot of songs on the album try to do but fail at, which is having a real punch to the chorus. Because when I was listening to the album, I could tell that he was really trying to like build up to the chorus, and then the chorus comes and he's like, oh my gosh, it's the chorus. I don't think it works for literally any other song. I think his vocals are kind of bad. He's very, this like continues across the album. He's very like strained and very, he got complimented on his range so much that now the only thing about him that he thinks he has to offer is his range. And surprisingly, this album does not have as many like high notes as Pray for the Wicked or like random like shit that he likes to do. So I'm proud of that, but I think for most of the songs, he stays consistently in the same range, like the upper range, and I feel like it doesn't work. I also think the lyrics are a little lackluster, as literally every song on this album, the lyrics are lackluster. I don't really know what he's trying to say. I don't really know what the song is about. Another thing about this song, which is kind of like a continuing thing throughout his songs, I feel like he doesn't like himself, and I feel like he doesn't play it off well, because I think he does this really weird thing where like you can't tell if he loves himself or he hates himself, and he always goes back between them, and it's just so confusing. I just get really confused. He has a lot of like references to drugs and stuff in his albums or in the songs, and I feel like he's throwing in drug references just to be like, ooh, look at me, oh my god, I'm so scandalous. Like I think he's trying to be a rock star. Like that's what this album is. He's trying to be a rock star, but he doesn't know how he feels about being a rock star. I feel like he doesn't really have like a clear voice. Everything about this song makes me think that he was writing it and just forgot what the rest of the song sounded like and like started over and then came to and was like, oh, I guess that's it, and I guess we're gonna put them together. Like it literally sounds like he had like short form amnesia when he was writing this, because we start with the verse. The verse is, it's okay, it's not good, it's okay, and then the pre-chorus is the absolute worst lyrics, worst songwriting I have ever heard in my entire life. And it just makes it worse that it like, the verse is like going on and then you stop. It's like, stop, everybody listen to my lyrics right now. Oh shit, you're kissing my neck, kissing my chest, now I remember why we fell in love. It's so bad, it's so bad. And then we get to the end of the song and it feels like the song is just like going on, like yeah, whatever, we're singing, and then he's just like, I think it's time to stop it now. But instead of doing like an abrupt ending or like ending it well, he decides to just like do some weird like in between where he's like, I'm gonna make it fade out, but it's not gonna sound good. So he's just like going on with the song and then he's just like, stop, honeybee. I feel like it's so non-cohesive, it's just insane. Another thing that I think is really funny is that he always does this in his songs. He's like, I hate true love, I hate what this says, destiny, I hate those words like destiny, forever, and all time. Keep in mind he's married. He has a wife. What? I'm just so confused. Like when he was saying his vows, did he think it was like a joke? It's so funny to me how he consistently is like writing these songs that makes it seem like he hates his wife. Like especially what's it called, Casual Affair on Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, and he's like talking about cheating, and then he's like, guys, it's just a story, I just made it up, and then he like performs and he's crying. Oh, it sounds really made up to me. I don't. When I first listened to it, I just got this feeling that it was very like disjunct. Like you have like him, the song, like the music itself is very sad, but I feel like that's all. I feel like his vocals are not very sad. I feel like, because he's doing this thing where he feels like he has to belt in every song, and I feel like it's just weird and it doesn't really match. I feel like it would have done better with like a lower, like more chilled out vocal. It just kind of goes on. I feel like it doesn't make me feel sad. Like, I feel like I know it's a sad song because the chords are sad and the lyrics are sad, but it's not bridging the gap. It's not fully there. I don't feel any emotions from this at all. I especially hate the post-chorus where he's like, don't let the light go out. I know it's the title of the song, but I feel like we could have done without that. Like, we can read. I don't think we need to be reminded what the title of the song is in the song so much. It's also funny, when I was listening to it last night, it gave me like the backing in that part, he has like drums with like a beat. It gives me like dance vibes. It's like he's like, oh, I'm so sad, my girlfriend is leaving me, and it's like, don't let the light go out. This one, not so bad though. I don't mind it. I feel like it's just like basically like a good song, but it's not a great song because I feel like it's just lacking emotion. That's honestly the only thing. Except for the lyric, you're the only one that knows how to operate my heavy machinery, so okay. I don't like when he tries to do metaphors, but he doesn't know how to write a metaphor. Like, he needs to take like a writing class or something. Local God is a song that I started listening to and I thought, oh, I like this. And then Brendon started singing. This is another one where I feel like it's very obvious that he was going for that really like epic chorus feel. Like, oh, you get to the chorus and it's like, ah, and everything fades out. And he has like all this like vocal layering. And it just doesn't work. It's just boring. It's just like, okay, Brendon, good. Local God, you live forever as a local God. Okay, I don't know. This song also really irks me because I feel like I mentioned this earlier, but he has such a cynicism that just permeates all of his songs, and it makes him seriously unlikable. Like, he's famous, so why does he have to do this? The actual lyrics, what they say, it just doesn't come across. It's just weird. It just seems mocking. It just seems like he's mocking. I feel like on a surface level, he knows like being famous and like being a celebrity is like desirable and like something good, but he like doesn't like it, or he doesn't want to come off as like bragging, so he's like doing this weird middle thing. It's 2021 and I'm almost famous. You never really cared about that. Do you care about it? That's what I'm trying to understand. That's what I'm trying to get into your head. I guess it's also kind of like like, this is who I could have been if we weren't famous. But it's just bad. It's at this point in the album that Brendon decides to literally start the album over and write a musical. It's like he's trying so hard to like hold on to his like emo, like pop punk roots, and like, yes, I'm an emo band and we're all freaks and we're all different. But then he's like, no, but I'm gonna write it in the weirdest way possible that's so cringe. It reminds me of like Hallelujah, where he's like, oh, say hallelujah, and he's like kind of including like the audience like in his little gang, like, yeah guys, we're all the same. And I hate it. I hate when he does that. I hate it. It's so bad. And that's what this whole album is. After we have the first 4 songs. They're like personal experiences or something. I don't know. And then we get to this one, and then Brendon just starts like speaking to you. He's like, hello, I'm talking to you now. And it's so cringe. We are Electric Angles. We are the 6-string queens. We are the new dead Kennedys in the land of the brave, home of the freaks. Oh, okay. We are the kids from the underground. We are the new mainstream. We are the mass hysteria in the land of the brave, home of the freaks. Thanks, Brendon. I genuinely feel like I would go to Broadway and I would sit down and they would pop off with this song first, but it would be like a bad musical. Like, you'd sit there in the audience and you'd be like, how did this even get on Broadway? It's not good. It's so faux uplifting. That's what it is. Because he starts and he's like this whole little chorus line and they're like, we are the freaks, we're the freaks, yeah! Shut up, bro, shut up. Not to mention how it is so tonally different from the rest of the album. I was like genuinely shocked. Like, it feels like he's starting the album over. It feels like the first 4 songs are like some separate thing. It honestly feels like he was like trolling people. Like, he was like, I'm gonna make them think they know what the album's about, but they don't. They don't know what it's gonna sound like at all. I can see it in my mind, like, it's like a musical about like a high school, and it's like, High School Musical honestly is the way this sounds, but like bad. Like, they're all jumping on the tables, they have their little lunch trays, and they're doing like a choreography, and they're like, we are electric angels, we are the 6-string queens, we are the new dead Kennedys, in the land of the brave, home of the freaks. Shut up! Oh god. This song is basically about how like the rock and roll age is dead, and literally and emotionally, and like kind of like a tribute to like rock and roll and like everything that it brought us and stuff. And it's kind of cute because it's like, it's called God Killed Rock and Roll, and that is so literal because literally it's like they're dead. So rock and roll is dead because nobody could carry it on, because like all the rock stars of that era are dead, which I think is interesting. During the first verse, I guess, there's like the piano that comes in and there's like a guitar, and it's like, this is Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, I understand that that's what this is. And, you know, like, it being like a tribute, I think that's kind of cute. I still don't think it's very good. He's just changing sections or like portions of the music for the sake of making it like Bohemian Rhapsody, and I don't really think. I think it's not fully fleshed out. They just kind of come in, like, and it's like, it's not a good shocking. I feel like stuff needs to, I feel like if stuff's gonna be shocking, it needs to have a purpose. It needs to, like, if you're gonna shock the audience with something, it needs to be like heavy, or like high, or something. Like, I just don't think it should just be like, we're doing the drums now, get ready, play the drums now. I'm not sure his intent was to be like, I'm gonna bring back rock and roll, like, you thought it was dead, but it's not, because I'm bringing it back, we need a new resurgence. I don't think you can. I don't think you can, Brendon. Like, not anyone specifically can't, but Brendon specifically, he cannot. He can't. Like, I just don't think he knows, like, what made these songs good. I feel like he's just throwing in stuff to be like, remember Bohemian Rhapsody? Yeah, I do remember, but this isn't it. This song, and honestly most songs, he references like him becoming famous a lot. And I feel like that's the only thing he has going for him now, or the only thing he perceives to have going for him. Because literally all he can talk about is him making it at 17 and like him becoming famous, and it's like his only personality trait. Going into the lyrics of this song, it's so tone deaf. It's like, everybody hates you now, but don't let it bring you down. Breaking out of your small town, show them what you're all about. Okay, I feel like there's like a fundamental misunderstanding of why people hate him. Brendon, people didn't just wake up and decide to hate you. Maybe I did. I did do that before everything came out, but not the mainstream population. You know why you're hated? He's racist. He has grooming allegations, and then he wants to put out the song and he's just like, oh, everybody hates me. Yeah, they do. The chorus, he does his little inspirational thing again. Hey kids, legends and gods, give them applause. We made it against all odds. Stop talking to us, bro. I don't want to listen to music and hear you talking to your fan base all the time. It's so cringe to me, especially when he like name dropped, this isn't on this album, but in Death of a Bachelor, when he like name dropped his fan base name fucking, oh, the Sinners, yo, don't put that in your song. It would be like if like fucking Fall Out Boy was like, hey, Fall Out Boyers, would everybody listen? And then this is so fucking funny. Choose your weapon of choice, your beautiful voice. Yo, oh my god. He's so conceited. He's so self-centered. And then don't ever let him turn you down. Take criticism. Take criticism. Please. Like, oh my god. Oh, he's so... What the fuck? Okay. That's a funny look. I should do that. No. I feel bad after looking at the lyrics because I really honestly liked this song. Like when I first listened to it, like I was screaming in the car because I was so mad because I was like, this song is good and now my video is gonna suck because I'm gonna have to say the album's good. But Brendon doesn't let us down with being mediocre and bad, obviously. So we start out, he has like a really interesting like intro. You're like, oh, okay. And then the guitar, I like that. It's like do 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 do. It's very racing, like evocative, and the song's about a car, pretty sure. From what I can tell. So that works. That's good. He's a cowbell on it. A cowbell? Bro, come on. And then him on the verse, this is the first song, aside from God Killed Rock and Roll, but that was only like one section where I genuinely think his voice actually fits it, but also don't. Because I don't like the chorus, but the verse, his voice, he's going for it. He's going for it. He's finally going for it. He has such like a sexy energy on the verse. It's like pulling you in, and then you get to the chorus and it's like, little sugar soaker breaking my bed, red tail lights in the back of her head. So lame. You're so lame. Can you just... I don't know. I feel like any of these songs, it's just so disappointing to me because they have parts I like and then they have parts I don't like. So there's not a single song where I can get through and I can be like, I like this whole song. Because they're all strong in some areas and weak in others. And I feel like it could have really like done with him rewriting it. That's honestly it. I just hate the chorus. The chorus is so... I've had a split opinion on this song. I'm gonna still have a split opinion on this song, and that opinion is if I like it or not. Because I also think, like, similar to Middle of a Breakup, it's very, like, disjunct, but this one, like, it's obviously, like, purposely disjunct, so I think it goes for it. Got a very Queen vibe, like, jumping between octaves, so it's like, you gotta let him go! People say, run away, like, you know, it goes back and forth, and I kind of like it. I kind of vibe with it. Whereas, like, Sugar Soaker, I was getting so bored of listening to that by the end. I was just like, I don't like this anymore. This one, I feel like you listen to it at first and you're like, I don't like this. And then, like, by the end of the song, it kind of wins you over and you're like, this is good. I just think it's funny. I really like it. Like, when it, like, it has the little chorus and then it, like, breaks it and then it goes back into the chorus. I just think it's funny. Obviously, this album has a real, like, flow issue. At least to me. The songs kind of, like, they come in, like, you know, like, after the first four, like, I feel like the flow kind of settles itself a little bit, but Brendon wanted to give it an extra push, because at the end of the song, he's trying to do, like, but it's better if you do, like, Sins vibe, where they, like, fade into each other, but instead of, like, making it fade and, like, putting in the effort, he just ends this song, and then he just starts the next song, but, like, at the end of this one, so that they fade. Oh, they fade, don't they? Because he ended this one, had a few seconds of silence, and he was like, here's the beginning of the next song, by the way, on this. And people do that, like, I know Bright Eyes did that, but it's, Literally anything Brendon could do, I would just hate him. Another band could do that, and I'd be like, whoa, oh my gosh. Brendon does it, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't really like this song. I think this was when I really started to... So this song, basically, is about Brendon being sad. Again, yeah. And sad clown, at least I think, refers to, like, clowns are supposed to be, like, performers, and they're, like, happy. But, so he's, like, putting on a mask. That's what the mask is. Dream? Bro, he could have released that and it would have been 10 times better. He's putting on a mask, but he's actually sad. Look. And, you know, he's like, even though I'm smiling, I'm crying. Sad. Like, he has to play like a character. He comes in with the guitar and then he's like, I thought that I had friends. I thought I even liked them. It's so unmemorable. I also think this is like another example of him needing to commit. Just commit. Like, you're making a rock album, so make a rock album. Like, just... This one's honestly disappointing. There's not a lot to say about it, especially because, like, the outro is fantastic, honestly. Like, it's so orchestral and beautiful, and it just makes me mad because it proves my fucking... it proves that Brendon is able to write good music, but he's not. Why not? Just, I don't know, like, I wish he would have just spent more time in the studio. Like, you don't have to release this right now. That's what it's just like, ugh. I don't think anyone is prepared for this lyric. So make sure you're sitting down. Make sure you're sitting down. You ready? Oh. No. Oh my god. When I heard that shit, it's hard to talk about the song after that point. It's hard to even listen to the song after that point, actually. But the verse, it's okay. It's not really good. I'm not a big fan. The chorus, though, I kind of like the chorus. The chorus is kind of vibing. He's like, all by yourself. That's cute. However, what's not cute is how this song seems to be about him making it by himself. I'm inclined to believe he's talking about himself, to be honest. Or, like, there's a little bit of himself in it. I don't like that sentiment, that it's, like, all by yourself. We know that you're alone right now. That's because people didn't like you and they left you. You didn't do anything by yourself. I just don't understand, like, this mindset that he seems to have, that he, like, made it by himself or something. Because it's not true. It really doesn't make sense to me. Like, every step of the way that he could have been successful, or like has been successful, there has been somebody else doing it for him. And the second he started writing his own songs, everybody turned on him and hates him, and it sounds bad. So where is this ego coming from? What does this say? Oh my god. Yo. So I just, you know, like on Genius Lyrics where it has like the little lyric explained? This is stupid. Are you serious? This isn't confirmed, but the lyrics, 3 minutes 30 seconds of a rock and roll record is all you need to know. This is most likely a reference to Say It Louder, which is track 7 of this rock and roll record and has a runtime of 3 minutes 30 seconds. You're so egotistical. You're so fucking annoying. Are you serious? You're gonna reference your own song in your song? He writes Say It Louder, little inspirational track. He writes All By Yourself, inspirational track. Within this, he's gonna say, oh, do you want to be inspired? Go listen to my other fucking song. Are you a bitch? Shut up. There is no words that could be used to describe the level of disappointment I felt upon hearing this song for the first time. And honestly, even just now, like when I listen to it to be like, oh, what does this song sound like? I shouldn't have, because I almost started crying because I'm so fucking mad at him. He doesn't know how to write a song. He doesn't know. It's not even fun to be mad at this point. Like, I'm getting too invested in this, and it's making me really upset. Like, I don't even want to. Okay, so we start out the song, and it has this really, really, really good guitar riff. It's like do 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 do. So good. I was getting so ecstatic. I thought it was gonna be a good song. Why does he have to sing? Why does Brendon have to sing? Why does he have to? He is so proud to be trolling his audience on this album. Like, he's like, I'm gonna trick you all. I'm gonna make you think it sounds like this, and it doesn't. And now, I'm gonna trick you into thinking every song is gonna be good, and it's not. Brendon, stop writing music. Go on TikTok and literally just post your fucking riffs, and they'll blow up. That's your aspiration now. He knows how to write about 10 seconds, and then he knows how to stop writing good songs. That's why he like Vine so much. He's only 6 seconds. He can only be funny for 6. It's not even a good ending song. It doesn't sound like a fucking ending song. It sounds like a song that should have not been released, actually. The only useful part of the song to me was at the end. It goes, shut up and go to bed. And that's only useful to me because whenever they did their teaser for Viva Las Vengeance, that was like the audio clip where that was playing like on his website. And when the song came out, I was like, oh, that's not really in it. Like, it doesn't really sound like the bridge. So, you know, at least now I got to figure out where that shit came from. Because it doesn't fit the song. It's not good. It's almost as if he's saying, oh my gosh, guys, do you remember that this song was on the album? No, actually, because it sounds so fucking different than the rest of the album. You're weirdo. He's trying to, like, he did a good, like, callback on Vices when he did Nearly Witches, and then it's, like, has Mona Lisa in it. It's like, Mona Lisa, please to please, yeah. Good idea. This is not, it's like, remember the album is called Viva Las Vengeance? Why is it even called that? I do remember that song was on the album. I don't need to hear it again, and I don't need to hear you ever again. It just... My final thoughts on the album is that it's just very mid, for lack of a better term. I feel like every song, there's some way that he could have just been doing more. I feel like he could have tried harder to make his voice fit with the song. I feel like a lot of them, it's a problem where he just it sounds like the song's going on and he's like doing a cover or something. Like, it just doesn't sound like he matches it, which is a weird thing to happen on your album with your songs. I feel like he could have committed more. I feel like it needed to have more time in the writer's room, because a lot of them, they just sound like half finished to me. They just sound bad. I just feel like there could be more, and I think that's what makes me really upset. After I listened to it last night, I was genuinely getting like upset and angry, and I think the reason for that is this entire time I've been like, okay, Brendon's making bad music, but that's because he's making like pop songs, rock and roll, if you want to call it that, if you're like fucking an Imagine Dragons fan. But yeah, he's been making pop songs, and I was like, that's not like his genre, or at least not like the genre that he likes, I assume. Like, I don't know him personally, but I was like, he needs to switch it up. He needs a genre change. He needs to be radical, and he needs to like get himself back, because like a lot of artists, like, they do that, they get in a rut and then they're like, I'm gonna switch it up, And then he did it. Like, he delivered on what I wanted, but it still wasn't good. So I feel like it's just, at this point, I just have to, like, accept that he's not good at writing songs. I don't even like Brendon. I genuinely don't like Brendon. I feel like this band has me in a fucking, like, death grip, like a Stockholm Syndrome type situation. Because I didn't like Pray for the Wicked. I don't like Death of a Bachelor, really. Like, I haven't liked their new albums. His new albums for a long time, and still when this came out I was like, oh my god, no, why would I expect it to be good? Why would I set myself up. I can't believe he even, like, he has so many people hating him and he's still, like, I guess there's only two things you can do in that situation. Like, you're either gonna, like, hate yourself or you're gonna become egotistical, but I feel like just I don't know, Brendon. That's the thing, like, main things, the flow, the lyrics, and just how disappointing it is at every song. There's no song that I can listen to straight through and say, I like every part of this. They're all mediocre in some aspect. Oh. Brenda, you're looking a little, you got something white and creamy on your face.